Is there an opportunity for the National People's Power to form a working coalition with, for example, the SJB? Now, I know that if that happens, if you currently, based on the current dynamics, the SJB and the NPP together alienates a lot of the parties and personalities that have worked very closely with the Rajapaksa regime, not just this time, but in previous regimes as well. The NPP and even the SJB, judging by your own manifesto, it's quite a moderate manifesto. I wouldn't say that there's a lot of socialism in it, etc. There's certainly no talk of tearing down capitalism and installing a communist structure. So both the SJB and the NPP to me seem politically somewhat moderate, but there has been no even conversation around a coalition to take on the Rajapaksa establishment and the board too. How do you see that dynamic?
Yeah, we're very wary of coalitions among political parties for several reasons. One being that I think the mood of the Aragalaya, and this is something that before the Aragalaya also we've been talking about, is that our mainstream political parties are corrupt. And I don't mean corrupt in that it only take, about financial corruption, but corrupt in every sense, right? And in a way, the NPP is an effort to establish a political movement and a political party that is different to the sort of traditional political parties, right? In not only when it comes to anti-corruption with regard to finances, but more inclusive, more sort of open to sort of a less hierarchical, more democratic structure, right? So in that sense, there's a real mismatch in the way we operate, right? How the NPP operates and how any of the traditional parties operate. And I mean, the SJB is not new in that sense. The SJB is, as far as I'm concerned, the UNP by another name, right? Not much has changed. My colleagues in the SJB might beg to differ, but from outside, that's what it seems. There's no real change in terms of the culture of SJB, right? And so there's then a real mismatch in the way we operate, how our decision-making structures, the way in which the leader of the party operates, and the power that the leader maintains. It's very different, right? So then it doesn't make for an easy partnership or an easy sort of coalition building strategy, right? But I think what we will do and what we are doing is that we do cooperate on issues as and when they come up, right? And we work with members of the SJB in Parliament when necessary. But a coalition is a little more difficult.
Would you consider agitating together, say on the roads, having a joint sort of thing? Because it just seems a very convenient time, because everybody that has had any connection with the Rajapaksas is on one side, and everybody who hasn't is sort of on this side. So there's a nice parallel that could be drawn.
No, we wouldn't rule that out. But then once again, that I would again come back to the culture of protest, right? The NPP culture of protest is slightly different to the SJB. I mean, we don't come with like security. We don't come with posters of ourselves, right? It's much more. The protests are much more organic, right? And so if we can move beyond those issues, I mean, I wouldn't rule out protests together, but there's a sort of a slight cultural mismatch.